So Ben Hoffman, your Ironman win was in Lake Placid in 2010. Do you ever, while you're out there training and thinking about your next Ironman, like St. George, you try to put that mindset of that winning day, because when you came across the finish line, you were one happy guy. Do you try to put yourself in that mindset when you're training? Hey, I want to go back into that Lake Placid mode because I won there?
Absolutely. I mean, I think for everyone that's here, obviously we're trying to win the race. Every time we toe the line, we're chasing that feeling of winning, and this race is no different. I mean, I've been training all spring with this on my mind. You know, this is my A race for early in the year, and I would love to have the feeling of winning another Ironman. There's nothing like it. So, yeah, I mean, I'm geared up, I'm ready, I feel really good, and, you know, I think it'll be a tough battle, but I'm really excited about the possibility. I think I'm primed for a special performance. So.
Well, Ben's our lone American up there, and he is training, living out of Tucson, Arizona. Do you feel any pressure sometimes when you are that pro from the U.S. to win in your home country?
It's something I take seriously. I mean, I think it's actually, it's a good pressure. I mean, I like representing the United States, and I think we've had a drought obviously in Kona, but you know, I'm also young in my career, and I think I've got a long time to progress, and that is the long-term vision, is being, you know, an American that could win Kona. I don't know if I'll be the next one to do it, but yeah, I mean, absolutely, it's something that's on my mind, representing the U.S. every race I go to.
Chris and I were talking last night. You're only 28 years old. You guys, he's 33. You got lots of years. They're winning it when they're 38, 39 years old. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, even 40 doesn't seem to be too old anymore. So.
Well, thank you very much, and good luck on Saturday.
Thanks,
so,
Mike. Yeah, I mean, it's a work in progress, I think, for probably all of us. I feel a lot more comfortable now, having raced in a lot of hot races and everything else, but for me, it's a matter of getting in the right amount of electrolytes and a lot of water. I think people tend to overlook how much fluid they really need to dilute the sugars, you know, that they're eating. So you can really dehydrate yourself by eating a lot of calories and not putting in enough water. But your body is obviously designed to cool itself. You just got to make sure you put in enough water and enough electrolyte too. So I take salt tabs throughout the bike, and I make sure that every aid station I hit, I grab a water bottle, as well as sometimes getting the electrolyte drink. So echo Mike and Meredith's sentiments about it. I love the race here. I love the Ironman distance in general, and but I'm also happy, like they said, that there's still going to be a race here, because I think there's a lot of people that are Ironman and 70.3 distance athletes that haven't been here yet, and it's a special place that, you know, they can come and visit, and there'll still be a race here that'll, I'm sure, be really challenging and still really scenic. So I'll be coming back as a 70.3, and I'm excited to race the final edition of the Ironman. I'm just glad I'm here for the last one. So, yeah. But actually, I think I'm excited about the new marathon, just to take it one step further, because I think it'll actually lead to more of a race. Whereas maybe the old marathon course, although I loved it and it was easily one of the most challenging run courses on the entire Ironman circuit, I think that it turned it into more of a battle of attrition, which is fine with me most of the time, but I think it'll be exciting to have us running and seeing each other multiple times on the run. It'll turn into more of a race scenario on the marathon, as opposed to just slogging it out in survival mode. So.
Ironman St. George champion, everybody. Let's bring him home. Tucson, Arizona, 28 years old. You are an Ironman champion. Ben Hoffman. 9:07:05. What a day for Big Ben. Yes, sir. He did it. He can't even believe it. Look at that.
You're unbelievable.
Ben Hoffman, You know, I told everybody in 2010, that smile you had on your face when you came across the line in Lake Placid, but the exhilaration here after what you went through today has to be something special.
Yeah, you know, I came here looking to have a special performance last year for the Ironman here, and you know, I have such incredible support. People from Colorado, people from Arizona, people from California out here supporting me, and I think everyone believed in me so much that I started believing in myself. And before you know it, you know, I'm up off the bike first, and you know, I just went for it on the run, and I definitely slowed down at the end a little bit, but it was a hard day, man. I mean, congrats to everyone that's out there still battling. I mean, this is the hardest race I've ever done. I mean, hands down, the hardest thing I've ever done.
Well, Benny, one more quickie. So, you had some bad patches out there on the run, but you pushed through them. What kind of miles? Where were they at?
You know, I felt good for probably the first 14 miles, and then from about 14 to 20, I was suffering pretty bad. And then at mile 22, I finally came good again, knowing that I'm pretty sure I had it in the bag. So, you know, yeah, I just kept saying keep it together, and thinking about everybody out here that was supporting me, all the volunteers, all the race crew, everybody. Oh, man, I'm so happy.
Well, Ben, you did it. Ben Hoffman, you are an Ironman champion. Give it up for your man right there, yeah. So, Benny, he had a 52-minute swim, 5 hours and 10 minutes on the bike, capped it off on a day like today with a 3-hour and 1-minute marathon run. Unbelievable, Ben Hoffman.
She was 17 and she was far from in between. It was summertime in northern Michigan.
He's enjoying that finish line crowd. He deserves it. Yeah, high five from your champion.
Splashing through the sandbar, talking by the campfire. It's the simple things in life, like when and where. We didn't have no internet, but man, I never will forget the way the moonlight shined upon her hair. And we were trying different things, and we were smoking funny things, making love.
So,
Trying different things, and we were smoking funny things, making love. To our favorite song.
Chose the right person.
Whiskey,
Ben.
Wow, okay. Well, I don't have the most organized speech here, so I'm just going to wing it, but yeah, I'm really, really happy with my race, and you know, it was a difficult day, everyone knows. It was exceptional conditions out there, and none of us really expected, I don't think, but you know, it was probably the most emotional win I've ever had in my career, and I've been coming to St. George now for a long time, dating back to my college days when I would train with the university team and come down here and do my spring break trips. And you know, we'd get away from the Montana winters for a little while and do some training here. So when I heard that they were going to do an Ironman race, I immediately signed up and was really excited about it. And that was kind of a breakthrough race for me, actually. The first year they had it, I came second, and I was really emotional. I felt like I had won that race, actually, but you know, I came back the next year and I was fourth, and it wasn't my best race. I couldn't quite get up there on the bike with Mikey, and you know, I knew that there was probably going to be some changes to the race this year. I had heard rumors and thought maybe it was going to be the last year for it. So starting back in December, I was down in Tucson doing my winter training, and it was on my mind from the very beginning that this was going to be my A race for early season. And knowing, like I said, that it might be a changed race and might be the last chance I had, I was pouring everything I had into it. And you know, I had some early season races. I went down to Chile and did a vacation race in January, and it was nothing super special. And then obviously went out to Oceanside and came 8th place. And I'm not sure, you know, if people maybe believed in me as much as I was, you know, wasn't putting out those performances early season right away, but it was because I was locked down thinking about this race. And you know, I just come here, and every time I come, I feel like it's I just have this special feeling about St. George, and whether it's Kevin and the crew at the chamber, and all the people that I know at Ironman, and obviously I have family friends that I stay with here, the Cobbs, and my parents come over for the race, and I have friends from Tucson that drove up, and friends from California that came out, and just a whole group here that's with me. I have this incredible support network, and I knew there was something special brewing. Like I said, I had good training and felt really, really good and really ready. And I got out there on the day, and like I said, everything kind of changed right when we got into the water and turned that buoy on the far corner and headed into this crazy chop, which a lot of you got to experience. And I just said to myself, this is a changed day now. I have to take it one step at a time and break it down into smaller pieces and just finish what's in front of me and keep moving forward. And I was fortunate to be out there with Mikey on the bike, and it was really motivating to be riding with another champion athlete. And I kept thinking to myself that, even when we were going 5 miles an hour, like I said, we just have to keep moving forward. And I knew we had a lead, so just kept my head down and tried to stay positive. And we were able to come off with a fairly big lead, and I went out on the run feeling good about my chances, and just kept going and going. But the one thing, like I said, and I just mentioned, is the support network I have. Everybody was out on the run just all day cheering for me, and even my lead bike was doing a great job of getting people fired up, and I just felt like, everything was falling into place, and I felt kind of invincible. I mean, you never know with Ironman, when you could have your last step, I guess, in the sense where your legs lock up or something, but I guess getting up to that final turnaround and diagonal, I knew I had it, and it was a really special feeling. And coming across the line, I was obviously really emotional, but I'm just extremely happy. And I want to say a big thanks to the Ironman crew, to Jeff and everybody who put the race on, all the volunteers. These races can't happen without you. And a big hats off to all my competitors that pushed me all day. Obviously Meredith on the women's side, fantastic race for the win there. And all my sponsors, Zoot, Specialized, Volkswagen, all these people that come on board and help me do what I do on a daily basis. I mean, I can't do this stuff alone. I get up and get out there and do the training, but without the support from these people, it wouldn't be possible. So huge thanks to everybody who's been part of my team for this whole effort.